what I want because I'm bringing all the motherfucking shit to the table. I'm bringing the money. I'm bringing the provision. All she bringing is that coochie. So what the fuck I need to be listening to her and find out what she needs? No. That's not my job.
I
My
always
job.
kept it at a limit, man.
My
Yeah.
job
You want to
is.
know why, Ruthless? Let me tell you this.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
There,
I'm
there,
not
no,
finished.
but
Hold on,
there
hold
are
on.
benefits. No,
Hold
there are
on.
benefits. Look, Luke, Ruthless.
I'm
I
gonna let
wasn't
you
finished
land.
yet,
I'm
fam.
gonna let you
I
land.
wasn't. No, I'm gonna land this one point, Ruthless.
I'm gonna let you land.
I'm a strong
I'm gonna
believer
land
that
I'm
that
gonna land it
women
right
in a man's life can
right
add
now.
a lot of
I'm gonna
value to
land
that
what I'm
man.
trying to say. I'm gonna land it right now. All I'm saying
Or
is
go
this,
ahead.
right? A man, this is the problem with our society today. Men are acquiescent to the woman's needs. And women, all they do is take, take, right? And we're sitting here trying to give. When we are the ones financing, not only financially, but also emotionally, right? We're bringing a bigger part of the portion to the table. So how the fuck do I need to bow down to her needs to simply have a peaceful and enjoyable relationship? Why I got to be? Oh well, I need to watch how I talk to her. No. I talk first of all. For most men are respectful today. Women ain't nobody just really coming in. Bitch, shut up, right? Ain't nobody really just doing that. This shit is happening because women are being disrespectful on the majority scale, and women are asking for more than their share, which they're not bringing much to the table. And the shit they do have, they don't really want to share it. So all I'm saying is this, right? Men need to stop bowing down and acquiescing to these women's demands. This is why we're fucking behind the eight ball right now.
I get it. However, I'm a big strong believer that you know what, a man should just lead. A man should just walk. If you on your purpose, if you do your thing, you should just walk, right? And every now and then, if you look behind you and she's not behind you, she's not the right one. A woman, you can't keep a woman, right? Like I can't keep my girl. She can stay. And whether she chooses to stay, that's on her. But regardless out of anything, I'm being on my square, I'm leading in my principles, and I'm leading, in my values. Whether she chooses to stay or not, that's on her. But she has decided to stay like all this time. So obviously the way that I lead and the way that I communicate, the way that I move, she sees it as a benefit, particularly against all other males that's out here. And she's weighing the pros and cons. I'd be a fool to think that my girl is not you know comparing my masculinity to other masculinity that she has or in her profession. I'd be a fool to think that she's not. However, the reason why she chooses to stay is because the way that she gets from me and my masculinity. She's like, you know what, this is worth it. That's just my point.
Yeah, that's real. And that's going to be it's and that's why I keep trying to tell people that marriage is not a flex. It's like them choosing to stay with you for as
Hmm.
long as however long. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Hmm.
flex. Like
Yeah,
getting married and getting divorced and her taking half your shit, is that a flex?
I don't
I would
think it
say,
is.
I would say this, right? As long, and this is for the majority of the United States of America, where I live at, what I'm seeing out here, right? As long as you bow down to these women's needs and try to make them happy at all expense, all things necessary, we will, as a men in the majority's level, will continue to lose. Because why? These women are leaving anyway, right? They're leaving because they're just unhappy, right? They're just watching too much Instagram. They're in their own heads. They're in their own body. This a lot of this probably caused by them. Their insecurities. And you're sitting here trying to, you're trying to huff and puff. You're trying to carry your load and hers, right? This is fucking too much. And then she's end up leaving any fucking way.
No, I get what you're saying, going out of your way, but how about if it just happens naturally? Like if, like how Kasim is saying, if you say, for instance, have someone in your life and it just meshes, like y'all fit, y'all you ain't gotta go out of your way. You just being yourself, and she love that about you. You think
Hmm.
that's not the same thing as what you're saying, though, right?
But what I'm saying is this, right? This is a problem, and this happened, this come through history, right? Historically. All these love songs, bring them flowers, all, dude, naturally, men are very subservient to women off the top. Off the top, chivalry. Where do you think chivalry comes from? Not a woman, right? So we don't need to tell men how to learn a woman, how to talk. Because we automatically, innately, right, doing what we like or what we want to build with. We know, okay, this is how I want my woman to feel. I want to make sure that I'm that dude. But now we got on YouTube where men need to learn how they need to talk to women. They need to know how to this to women, because then no, these problems in the household.
For that same reason when you brought up IG. You gotta know, because it's 1,000 niggas on that your same girl.
But the problem
if you're not resolute on your shit or standing on business, like he said, then she easily gone.
But the women are largely, right, they're creating these battles in a situation where they're winning. So if the man is financing fucking the whole relationship and he's getting on one fucking knee, I mean, what the fuck else must do you want more? And then you're still complaining about the trash can. You're still complaining about small shit instead of just, you know what? That's my man. He's did all this for me. He done showed me by more than a lot that he loves me. No, I want equality.
No, you would. You wouldn't stick around and complain about a woman you don't want. You would get enough. That's what I'm saying. It's a different era now. It's more of a swipe life.
No. What I'm saying is that, so you miss what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm not complaining about them. Let them do what they do. That's fine. But we don't have to sit there and fucking open a science book and say, oh, well, let me see how to make her happy. Oh, let me see how what makes no. We do that automatically. We automatically bring shit to the table. Automatically.
Not every man does that though, Ruthless. And there's a lot of men that don't know how to do that. If they did, there would be a lot more success of the people staying together longer. Obviously, there's a disconnect, right, between a man's leadership and a woman's followership. Right? Yes, it is. Come on, Ruthless. Ruthless, you're killing me, fam.
Let me break it down to you.
Nah, it's definitely a difference.
Right? The women, right, have learned to leverage the system. Plus, she's being influenced from outside resources, such as her family members, her friends, right? Oh, girl, you can do better. Oh, girl, her family. Oh, he ain't. Yeah, she's telling an argument to her side, not telling both sides, right? And this is conflating her ego, right? And now she's like, well, shit, I'm better than him, because all these people are in her ear, including the system of America, right? Which totally promotes the woman to be or over her man or equal to her man, right? And all this is conflating her ego. And this is what the problem is, because now you can't have two lions in the same motherfucking field. See what I'm saying?
Okay, so Ruthless. Okay, so now here's the deal. Now that you know all of that, right? All of these things and their nature, you know how they are, you know how society is dumping all this stuff in their brain, and then you know all this social media. So now that you know all of that, right, and you want to be with a woman, and you recognize there are a lot of benefits that a woman can offer to a man, how would you move?
Well, first of all, I'm not giving up monogamy for free, right? We're coming off, I'm letting them know that, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you said not giving up monogamy?
Yeah, no, that's just, I'm not doing that no more. That is a fucking losing fucking battle, right? To give a woman, to make all these sacrifices of my lustful thing that I want for her, right? And she's coming with all this baggage to my motherfucking life that I got to deal with. I got to put up with. So this is how I'm moving, right? I'm moving out here, not studying women what they want, what they need. They have to acquiesce to me. They want to get on the team, right? They got to understand these are laws I'm laying down, right? You don't have other women. Don't disrespect them. They're not going to disrespect you. Don't be disrespectful to me in no manner. If you disrespect me, I'm going to have to let you go, right? Respect is the key foundation for us to continue to move, right? Then she's going to have to be, at least she's going to have to be very, very admirable in a way where I can see that she can bring value to the team. And then from there, if I say, okay, I'm gonna work with her or not, So all this is how I'm moving. But everything is to me, to cater to me. If they can't cater to me, then we don't have shit but sex and alcohol.
And how long you think they're gonna stay? So what are you gonna do? You're just gonna keep rotating women around every 18 months or so
Bro,
till they get
ro-
tired of it and ride it out like
rotation,
that?
rotation rules the nation.
Okay.
Because look about it. Think about it, Kasim. Look
No,
at
I'm
the divorce.
not.
Look at the divorce rate. Look at the relationship rate. Women are leaving an astronomical. So most everybody's dealing with multiple partners have to rotate in the first motherfucking place. This shit ain't no together forever in this motherfucker.
I understand that, but some people, yo, ruthless. Some people get better outcomes than others. I just happen to be in that particular group that's getting the better outcome from these women.
You
I'm
know,
not
you got
wearing that on
divorced.
my. I'm not beating.
Kasim,
I'm not beating that on my chest and doing anything like that. All I'm saying is this, right? I get what you're saying, right? And if that's the type of lifestyle that you want to lead, that you want to keep going from relationship to relationship to relationship, because you want to do your thing. That's cool. I'm just coming from a place where it's like, you know what? I think everyone wants one good woman and one good man that they can rock out with, right? It gets too tiresome to be going through all of these different personalities and all of these different baggage and stuff like that because it drains on you, right? So I believe that no matter what people say, they would love to have just one girl that's down with them, and the women would just like to have one dude that's down with them, and they just make it work.
but here's the problem with your argument, right? Or I would say your synopsis, right? Is typically 98 to 99% of all monogamous relationships fail, right? Because the more that you try to make them things work, the more they fail. Because for some strange reason, right, egos get conflated and people leave each other at all times, whether they have kids, whether they're married or not. And for example, Tom Brady and his wife, right? Tom Brady's the epic of a man of success, fame, and everything you want. And he wasn't cheating. He went out here having, but she wanted to control his life in a certain aspect to get him to acquiesce to her way. And when he didn't uphold that, she filed the paperwork. So my point to you is this, right? I understand. Yeah. Is it more desirable to have just one woman who can be that woman who can give you that everything that you feel that is good in a relationship? Yes. I'm agree with you on that. I'm gonna give you that. Now see, I'll give you that. But here's the problem. It's almost impossible to get this type of situation in a lot of cases. I'm not saying all, right? I'm not saying all. This is why you won't get married because you've seen the other side, right? That you tried it the right way and it did not work. So all I'm saying is this, and I'm gonna land the plane. As long as you try to live for a woman's happiness, acquiesce to all her demands and her needs to try to keep her, please her, you are in a losing situation.
I think I think a good leader knows how to communicate and knows how to negotiate. Any person that you've asked that has been in a long-term marriage or long-term relationship for a decade or so will tell you that that is the pinnacle of the reason why they stay together. Even in that personal aspect, you can use that communication and negotiating skill that you have with your partner to better found your career, your business, or whatever, because you're going to need that skill regardless. Any good leader, even in the good leaders of this world and of great many nations, they know how to negotiate. They know how to communicate, right? And it's that negotiation and that communication that keeps balance and it keeps peace and it keeps us from warring against one another. And I believe that same type of concept can be used in a relationship if you want to have one with a particular person for a certain and extended period of time. Hypergamy is not an enemy to me, right? I think hypergamy is a litmus test for you to be better because it's a win-win, right? If I improve myself and get better and develop myself mentally and develop myself in my career where I can make more money, that's cool, right? If she wants to leave me, she can do all of that stuff. She can leave and she can go another route and go another way. But however, that doesn't take away from anything that I gained from that particular relationship. I still have my skill set, right? I still have my mindset, and I'm still gonna move forward. There are a lot of men that look at that as a challenge, right? Versus as an asset. And I say this again: Anybody that you've asked that has been in a long-term marriage and a long-term relationship will tell you that communication and key is important. If you really do have some sense of respect for this individual, you would kind of listen to what they say. You would kind of understand as a leader that that person is an individual and there are certain things that they would like and certain things that they would want. And if you love that individual, and if you really care as a leader, you would try to, you know, take care of some of those wants and some of their needs for the betterment of the union, right? If me doing certain things for my girl gets me a better outcome, right, and I get a little bit more femininity, a little bit more peacefulness, and that peace helps me, right, to where I gain favor and I get better, that's a small cost to pay for that peace that I'm going to get. Because at the end of the day, my masculinity has a freaking cost, but so does her freaking femininity. And I can't forget that. So there's nothing wrong with doing nice things for your partner. You know, if you guys have been together long enough, it just shows that you respect one another. But also it shows a great quality of your leadership that you listen, right? And a good listener is always going to win out a good talker any day.
Okay, so are you so leadership. So let's have this conversation about leadership.
Man, tell them, Rufus. Look, niggas like me, man. I love the game, man. Love the game,
and that's
man.
cool.
Look,
you know that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
you
nigga
know,
could lead the league. You know what I mean?
been
I
there
could
and
lead
done
the
that.
league. I could marry
Been
you.
there and done that. Okay, cool.
I could put my hat down.
Let's break this shit down. Let's break it down, right? Let's talk about leadership, right? Leadership is only good as the mechanism of survival transpires, right? So therefore, leadership, and let me break that down. So we're do or die life situation, you're leading. Automatically, the leader will get a lot more respect, a lot more, reverence, because it's like, whoa, this is everything at stake here. Now, when we're talking about leadership, when there's opposing forces that are actually the true leaders of your house, now we're talking about something different, right? And that is America, right? America is one of the governments that are truly involved in marriages, and they are the leaders, right? Because they come in and delegate, right? And these are what majority women, right, lean on to leverage power to you, right? So, yeah, you might be a great leader, right, in so many ways, right? You're paying the bills, you're there as much as you can, right? Because sometimes you got to work a lot, right? But you come home, you're doing all the things you're supposed to do. But now, that doesn't mean your woman is not being led by her ego and lust of her flesh. So, yeah, she may think, oh, yeah, he's a great guy. Kyle seems like a great guy, but I want more. Look at this guy over here, more. Well, I feel my mom said that I could do more. Self-love, right? Self-love, right? So now I need to love myself more, which makes me more selfish. So why the fuck do I need him to lead me when I can make my own money? I can do my own thing. I got my own degree. So as long as I have these things in place, right, I can challenge his leadership, even though I really don't need to. I really don't have to, but I'm doing it because I got the option to do it. So therefore, leadership only goes as far as implies to the one that wants to be led, right? And yeah, in the beginning, everybody said, okay, but are you really leading? You're in the 50-50 relationship? Are you really leading in the partnership? I don't really think so. I really think she feels she's equal to you in a lot of ways. And if she feels, and a lot of them, not, if it don't apply, let it fly. A lot of these women feel equal to their men. So,
and what's wrong with that?
Okay, I'm just saying they're not. The men feel they're the leaders too. So they feel they're equal leadership. This is a problem because what happens? We both got egos. A man who's a leader and she questioned his leadership get offended, right? And he's not perfect. He'll try to get it all. Let me just not trip. He tries to just like overlooking her combativeness, her over talking him, her disloyalty in a lot of ways, her always got something to say, right? Always complaining about every motherfucking thing. So then he's like, okay, now I get this woman everything possibly give her, and she's never satisfied. So if she's being led by her ego, which thinks she can get more and do all these things, right? She's no longer valuable to be led, even if your leadership is great, because this is the problem with being a leader in this country. The capitalism, the lust of this life can tear a family apart, Kazim, and we've seen this over and over and over and over again. Tom Brady was a leader. This dude's a quarterback. This dude knows how to lead. You don't tell me he don't know how to lead. This dude's leading men out there, soldiers, right? He definitely know how to lead his house, but his wife leveraged, knowing that she had that system in place called the court, right? And said, I'm going to leverage this against you. If you do not do what I say, I will go to my leader, my true leader, the court system, and get rid of your ass and replace you, nigga. Now, this is what's going on out here, Kazim. And I digress.
Ruthless. I get that. Yes, that's absolutely right. That's what women do. However, I think your premise is a little bit flawed because if you're a man that sets a leader like that, first of all, you got good discernment, and this is why it was so important for me to spend those 2.5 to 3 years by myself and to get myself together, and to also to be able to have discernment to pick and choose which values and which behaviors of women that I believe that would help me to have a better sustaining, long-lasting relationship. You mentioned that the woman is being disrespectful, is being, loud, and she's being over talkative. First of all, that wouldn't be the woman as a great leader that I would select off the rip, right? So if I don't select that type of individual and I'm looking at character and virtues and values, a lot of that stuff that you just talked about, I wouldn't even have an issue with that. And getting to your point when it comes to leadership, I'm a leader in real life, man. I've been a manager of some of the most prestigious luxury companies in the world for like a long, long, long time. So I'm used to managing people and personalities and behaviors and competence levels and skill sets. I'm already like used to that. And I know there's a lot of men, out here that don't have that benefit of being a manager or a leader in their real life. That may make it a little bit more difficult for them. However, there is a roadmap to it, right? There is a way of guiding individuals to get them to do, what you want to do. And that just comes with you being consistent and everything, because they're watching, right? And the reason why women kind of like shit test you is they just want to make sure that they made the right decision to stay with you. And I'm completely aware of that. My girl does this every now and then. She'll do things where she'll ask certain questions to see where my mind and where my head is at in order to reinforce why she chooses to stay with me, like again for today. I'm aware of that, right? So I think that the first part of leadership is knowing how to pick, the right woman that you believe that can go along with you on this journey. That however your journey look like, whether it's a journey with marriage on paper, whether it's a spiritual union, whatever that journey looks like. I think it's important to find those base characteristics and those base virtues as something that you can work with to mitigate a lot of the communication problems and issues.
But here's the problem with your thesis. Every relationship is a gamble.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you acting like a woman can't be a chameleon.
No, but this is the thing too. I'm not afraid of that happening, fam. I know because I said I know that. No, fam, wait a minute. Let me finish it. I'm gonna stop. I am aware. I am ruthless. I am aware that there's female nature, and that's what they do. That doesn't scare me because I'm getting a benefit from it too as well. Like I said, she can walk out whenever she wants to. That's what women do, but that doesn't fear me, and it shouldn't fear men.
Listen, I'm just responding to your statement. That's all I'm doing. You said pick better, right? That's what you said, right?
What did I say?
A man should pick better, right? That what you said, correct?
I think a man should have better discernment and values in the woman that he wants to have long term.
Okay, so
you can call it pick better, whatever.
Okay, but the problem, once again, people can change. I've seen people get 10, 15 years, and then, bam, all of a sudden one day, she wants to leave or he wants to leave. Right?
Yes, they do that.
a year and won't leave. So honestly,
Yes, they do that. Yes.
Point I'm making, hold up. Point I'm making is any love that you enter, right? A relationship is a gamble. There's no
Yes,
guarantee.
it is.
So,
Yes.
so,
Correct.
so all I'm saying is this, just to push back on your point. Yeah, you can. Oh, yeah, she's feminine. Oh, she all this in the beginning. Oh man, she's and you take your time with it. But the third year, fourth year, fifth year, she can wake up in the bed and say, you know what? I want better and walk.
Yes, she can.
So
Mhm.
she met all the standards. She met all these things. Okay, she was the apple of your eye. You vetted correctly everything. It doesn't mean that shit's going to work out. So that's all my
You're
point.
absolutely right, Ruthless. Yes, you're right. You
My
are
point.
right. But that shouldn't scare you.
That is
That
not about
shouldn't
fear.
scare you.
We're not talking about fear. We're just talking about reality.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Correct. Yes. Right. But
Reality.
Rufus, and I get what you're saying. Like, yes, women do that. Like right now, my girl can come down right now, like with her bags and stuff and bounce. Like, yes, she could absolutely do that. And I'm not afraid of that happening. I'm
So
not.
that, but we're not having a conversation about fear.
No,
We're
but
having
I think
a
what
conversation about
no, but
fear.
Ruthless,
We're having a
I think
conversation
what it is, where the disconnect is coming from is that, as I said before, this comes from a complete understanding of female nature, how they are, what they do, and what they are capable of. All of these things that you mentioned about them being in a like, yes, this is a full understanding of all of that. Now that you have a full understanding of all the things that they could possibly do, say, speak, or whatever, how is it that you are going to be able to use that knowledge to get a better outcome for you? Because there are some benefits to having female nature or female spirit in your life. There are some benefits that they can impart in you and for you that you can benefit from, and that can be actually healthy to your life, fam. Yes, she can walk out any given minute. Yes, she
exactly.
can be here for 20 years and what? Yeah, she could do all of that. Absolutely right. But that comes with the understanding of how women are. So now that
So
you know all of that, if you want to have this particular outcome, what are you going to do to get the best outcome in your favor?
I'm here to tell you.
That's the whole point.
I'm here to tell you. Enjoy it while it lasts. That's all I'm here to tell
That's
you.
exactly,
Maybe
and
you.
that's my point. No, but
So
this is
that's
my point. I tell
I
my
can't even.
sons, I say, I
You
tell
was
no, but I
doing
tell
that
my
for a minute.
son, no,
I wasn't
Rufus, I
finished.
tell my
I
son,
said three
take it
words.
just like I said before.
I'm
I
not
said,
finished though, Tashi.
take it one day at a
I'm not
time. That's
finished,
how you
Tashi.
do that. You
Let's
take
have
it
the
one day at a
conversation.
time.
Tashi, let's have the conversation. All I'm saying is enjoy every moment because you never know when it's going to end or is it going to last. So
No,
you appreciate, be
no, you
appreciative,
don't.
appreciative, be appreciative of and understand, right? It's just like a car. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a car. It's like a fucking car. When you drive that motherfucker, you enjoy it. I'm saying you don't know when that motherfucker break down. And you hope it lasts forever, right? You hope it never breaks down. This is your favorite car. But guess what? That motherfucker might break down and you whatever. That's all I'm saying is be now if we're gonna have this conversation, let's have a conversation.
But Rufus, that's how I live my life, fam. I,
Right.
t- I
So
take I take this thing in my life in this relationship one day at a time.
all I'm saying is
We
all
we,
I'm
we sit
saying
here, we
I hear
tolerate
a lot
one
of
another. If
people
we get along cool, we'll wake up and we'll do the same thing over.
but I hear in a lot of these spaces, right? A
Mm.
lot of these spaces, oh, men need to pick better. Women need to pick better, right? So it's called impasse, right? We're stuck in a fucking we're the
Give me 1 second.
repetitive check, right? Oh, men, you guys need to pick better. Women, you need to pick better. But nobody fucking gonna know the outcome, regardless of how much you vet or how much you try to be or try to get the very perfect one for you. Because most of them always first 6 months is always a fantasy. It's always perfect. So all I'm saying is, and I'm understanding, and we're all the understanding, right? This is why I don't give away monogamy for free. This is why I'm not acquiescent to a woman's happiness because I've done that already. I've been in monogamous relationships, and
No,
I've
ruthless. You said ruthless. You said give monogamy away for free. What do you mean that for free?
yeah,
What do you
yeah,
mean
yeah.
by that?
So for example, right? Most men when they date a woman, right, especially if there's a great chemistry involved, right? They typically cut all the other women off. they typically become boyfriend and girlfriend with this woman, and they sacrifice the other things that are out there that may the options, whatever, to focus on this one woman. And a lot in the end, right? I've seen this from my opinion, is fuck. I'm like, damn, I come up fucking empty-handed because every time I gave this shit away, I ended up finding out the woman got some sort of back, something flawed. So she's asking me to give up, or without saying right, to give up the very thing I love to do. And I love multiple women. I like to have multiple women. But
Rufus, when are you finding stop? When are you finding out these flaws? And what part of the relationship are you finding out these flaws?
1 or 2 years in, sometimes 3 years in. I had a 4-year relationship. It was flawed the whole time, but I just kept trying to work it out. Be different about not being a quitter, trying to get to the thing that is marriageable. And I come to the conclusion that these women, look at it, and let me tell you a situation right here. My ex will trip out on me because of insecurities in her head. If I don't answer the phone on like right away, call her back within 10 minutes, she automatically assumed I'm fucking somebody else, right? It's just all in her head. All this is in her head. It's not fact.
And when was this? Wait a minute. When was this? What part of the relationship was this?
This is just a 4-year relationship I had, and this was
shit.
You know what I mean? This was the things that women, a lot of these women out here, they're having these insecurities, but that was just one part, right? So my point is, damn, I'm giving up all this, and you still think I'm fucking. I'm giving up all this, and I still got to deal with your attitude problem. I'm giving up all this, I still got to deal with your anger management. I'm doing all this, I still got to deal with the things that you're complaining that I don't want to hear. These women are not perfect. So why do I got to be perfect? Why I got to not?
It sounds like you're picking the wrong ones, fam. It sounds like that from what you're displaying. It sounds like your vetting system is flawed and you're choosing the wrong ones for some particular type of reason because you keep getting these same outcomes. Not all of them are like that, but if you're getting these same outcomes from these same behaviors from the women that you are choosing, I recommend that you reshuffle your priorities and reshuffle that to find different characteristics in women. Perhaps maybe you need to go a different route, go a different race, do something else.
No, I'm saying though, all right, but you do get what he's saying, Kasim. It's always something you're gonna have to give up in order to get everything you want. What you think about that?
Yes, there are sacrifices that you have to, again, sacrifices and compromises and negotiations that you'll have to do if you want something long term. Yes.
Okay, so that's my point. So now when I say, okay, boom, I'm gonna give you that, but she's not holding her end of the bargain up though. She's not reciprocating because she has issues she can't control. And them things there are to me a fucking problem that I gotta deal with. And I'm like, damn, man. Now I gotta sit up here and deal with her anger management problem because she just has this thing in her that's fucked up. Right? Okay, I'm be with you, but now are you gonna be with me if I fuck other women? Oh no, I'm leaving you. So why I gotta take you as you are, but you can't take me as I am. So this here, you're only with me because I'm not fucking other women, tells me that this is without substance. This has no true foundation because you're only with me on the principle that I'm listening to you, or that I'm catering to your happiness, or that I'm not fucking other women. But you're not with.
That's how women ruthless, but that's how women are. Right. They're like that. Yes.
Which is cool. But the problem is why I got to sacrifice, right?
I get what you said. You want men to stop lying to women about monogamy.
Exactly. Because truly, I don't want to get that shit up, Kasim. But damn, when I do it, it's like, fuck, I'm coming out empty-handed. I'm coming out fucking empty-handed because
Can she fuck other dudes?
No, she doesn't have the same authority as me. But
wait, huh?
She doesn't have the same authority as me. We're different levels of authority, right? I'm the authority in the house. So this is what I'm saying, right? And I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna done it. All I'm saying is this. I'm cool. I'm not here to change women, right? Nobody's gonna be perfect.
No, I'm saying though, by your authority, you would be okay with polygamy or poly,
yes,
right?
I'm a polygamist.
Yeah. So why wouldn't she be under that same rule?
But she doesn't have the same power as I do, right? I'm the king. I'm the king of the castle, and she is a princess. So if she doesn't mess with the other guy, then she has to go under his covering, right? She has to go under his, and he has to provide for her. And I'm cool with that. And I'll replace
Ruthless.
her.
Let me ask you this. Okay, so you want a woman to be able to be under your particular leadership, your covering, your system, order, and structure. In order to find a woman like that, what type of attributes and characteristics should you be looking for in order for you to have the better outcome?
Well, is she agreeable? Is she's very not as combative? And she's assertive in a way where she's, saying, okay, I'm with you no matter what. Because I let her know off the top, look, I got these other women, and I'm going to continue to be with them. So if you do not, I give her an option, walk or stay, right? I give that option out there now. Now, I'm going to tell you the benefits to this and how I've seen a big change.
No, give more characteristics. You only gave me like 2. Keep going.
That's it. Be quiet and open your legs, right? So it's not that hard, right?
Oh, shit.
I don't really need.
No wonder why you're having the results that you're having.
No. But this is what you're missing, Kasim. This has been better for me because now they're no longer insecure because they know that I'm fucking somebody else. That's one, right? And they know they can't talk to me crazy because they know they would be dismissed easily because I got over here these 2 women who are doing what they're supposed to do, and vice versa. So it creates a situation where the women have to be on their best behavior.
I have that too. I might not have women in my stable, but she know I can get younger women at the drop of a hat. It's no different.
I'm not saying you can't get the way you get it, right?
No, but I'm just saying what you're explaining. What you're explaining is no different than any other guy in the relationship. It's no different.
That's my point. But the little difference is I have the means.
It's a little different.
To cultivate this. I have the means to cultivate this, right? So I'm a man with great means, with great resources. So I can kind of have a little bit more reign to say, okay,
correct,
right? So
because women will sacrifice monogamy if the lifestyle is right. So you're correct. If you can provide them a certain lifestyle, they'll mind you sleeping with other women. They don't care.
But
then you would attract gold diggers, right? Well,
every woman's a gold digger by nature, so we ain't gonna talk about that. But what I'm saying, Kasim, is it's worked out better for me though, because now I don't have to deal with all this shit. They know that, okay, I can't say what I want to him because this man will walk, right? He will dismiss me. So it's giving me a greater, I guess, authority because now I can come in when I want to. I see them 2 days a week, come in, and if they say anything crazy off the battle, I'm in my shit, and I'm going to hit the splits. And then I will cut them off. I want my fucking respect. And I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Either you love me for me or bitch, keep it pushing. And it just works out for me this way. It works out for me this way. And I'm not saying any man got to be like me. I'm not saying everybody's be like me, but I'm having an epiphany.
See that a woman who
so
wants
good.
to
so
be
listen,
with just
so it's
you
a win-win. I got the outcome that I want, and you got the outcome that you want.
Yes. See, and I can see you're basically doing the same thing I'm doing, but you're doing it differently, right? With one woman, but you're not marrying her. So you're saying to her, okay, right, we're gonna do this like this, and so you're basically controlling the relationship like that, right? I'm not.
No, but she agreed to it as well too. Right. That's what she wants too. So it's not just one-sided with me.
No. What I'm saying is you laid it out though, right? You laid out to give her the option to walk or stay, right?
Yes.
So that's the same thing, right?
Every day she has the option. Every minute she has the option. Every second she has the option.
Exactly. And you put yourself in a winning position. Why are you putting yourself in a winning position? Because if she walk, you don't have to give her a dime, right? She got nothing. Yeah, you walk, you came in, you leave with, right? Yeah, all those things give you the leverage. You now have the leverage in the relationship, right? Because if she walks, you ain't got to deal with no judge, court system telling you what to do with your money. How to do with your money, right? So why it's better not to marry, right? I'm just saying, right? Especially in this country. Because the government going to come in and try to regulate shit. And these women know this. And this is what makes it wrong, right? Because these women know that when you ask them to marry them, right? They know in the back of their mind, this nigga get out of line, or if I just don't want to do shit, I'm just going to my true leader. He's gonna come in and regulate this shit for me. I'm gonna get the kids, like 99.9%. I'm gonna get the kids, and he's gonna fucking pay me in some kind of way. Maybe not rich, but he's gonna pay me some kind of way, and I'm gonna delegate how this shit gonna go. That's why the marriage system in America is very pro-woman and anti-man.
Being real is the leverage. What you think? Having that truth is the leverage. Like, not, you know what I'm saying, having to actually have something over them or making them do what you want, but them choosing, that's not something that's more, I think something you want to have nowadays, especially because of how, like you said, the system is geared towards where they could leave and, you know, they are incentivized. But at the same time, that's a choice you got to make too.
But what I'm saying is this, right? All I'm saying to Kasim, he's doing his, how he doing his. Because River kind of basically doing the same thing. I'm just doing mine with multiple, but he doing his with one. That's fine. It's cool. That's how he gets down. I'm not shaming him for being with one woman. That's cool.
Somebody said, "Why be in a relationship if you gonna have other women? Why keep that one?"
Because a relationship is established by a communication of sexual. You know, we both want each other, right? So it forms a relationship, no matter how you look at it, right? It's just that now what makes it a relationship where I'm dealing with multiple, I'm laying down the boundaries of and the standards of how I expect them to act in this type of structure. And the structure which I'm laying down is, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm moving. Now, this is how I need you to move.
You know what though, Truth, I think I want to be fair and transparent. If my girl happens to leave, you know, I will lose some things because there are some states that have what is known as a common law marriage or common law marriage. And there are some benefits because we've been in this relationship for some time. There are some benefits that she can get, you know, if we decided to part ways. So I am fully aware of that. But I just wanted to be totally transparent. It's not like that she just walk away and just get absolutely nothing. Like, yes, there are some things that she can get, you know, because of common law marriage, you know, from us being together.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's still not the ramifications.
Nah, Ruthless saying his game is that strong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh man. Hey, so look, I don't understand. So what if she cheat and you don't never find out? How about
that's any relationship though, SO?
You don't care?
That's any, listen, you got women out here with work husbands. Okay, in this monogamous relationship, they're going to work and they got work husbands, they fucking at work.
You think that's cheating?
What are we talking about here? We are 100% sure, because I worked in the workplace for many years. And I see all these bitches.
Oh, you was that nigga? You was the work husband?
No, I've never been a work husband. But I used to watch some of my homies. They was doing it with this guy's wives, and girlfriends, and all that stuff. I didn't get down like that because I'm like, I really didn't. I like to be the number one, right? If I go and be the chick, I'm taking it. Everybody else got to be wiped out, right? I'm not. You and who? Okay, it's over for that, right? I'm not the type of person that's going to be, let's sneak around and, you know, if he don't find out, no, fuck that. I'd rather just not be with you. But and plus, I definitely don't, you know, I feel like that's a sucker move, right? If we married, especially if I don't even do married. I'm good, right? Y'all, I'm not, you're off limits. Now, girlfriend, boyfriend, okay, he got to go. I'm letting you know off the top, he got to go. Off the top, before we even go into it, he got to go. I'm that nigga now. But if you're married, you're off limits. I think you hot. You looking good. I ain't for the fuck, though. I ain't going to be able to do it because to me, that's very dishonorable, right? To the next level. But moving forward to Esso's point is a man in his true kingship will be able to tell a woman exactly how he feels and talk with expectations that she need to fulfill for them to carry on. That's a man in his true kingship. Not, oh, well, let me see how, shoot, should I say this to her? Should I tell her how beautiful she is? Or right, trying to figure out the female nature? No. Women are going to be women, just like Kasim said. If you get married to them or not, if they want another nigga, they're going to go get him. Nothing you can do about that. But what you can do is be true to yourself and make sure you're not losing. Make sure and when you giving up monogamy, and this is my advice to all men in America and in the world. Quit giving that shit up just for nothing. Just quit giving it to them. I mean, if you want to give it to them later and make them earn it, make them get to that position, then I think you might have a little bit better situation, but just give it to them off the top, that is fucking insane because the numbers are out. We have data. We have data. We're not sitting here speculating anymore. The women are leaving, whether you're monogamous or not. They're having work husbands, side pieces, right? They're fucking their way to the top, right? And they said they got a degree, they had 80% chance of leaving, right? They're probably at 80%, even higher than the women who don't have degrees, right? Because they got the independence. So when a woman has an independent mindset, she is a cancer to any relationship. So therefore, the only way that us men, in my opinion, just my opinion, can be true kingship and be comfortable in our skin, we have to be the leaders, but we have to give back our respect. We have to stop lying to these women. And we have to stop trying to acquiesce to these women's ways and say, look, I'm the motherfucking prize. I've been paying for all these motherfucking, no, I'm the prize. My finances is at stake here. My emotional investments at stake here too, just like you. But I'm bringing more because you don't want to pay for shit. I ain't tripping though. I ain't tripping because it's what we do, man. It's what we do. We don't mind going out paying for it. We don't. It's cool. But to return to get disrespected in the long run, in the long term, because you're leaving because you're not happy no more, or because irreconcilable differences, or because money is meaning you were without substance, you were futile anyway. You were being disingenuous in the very beginning because you wanted something more than just love. So all I'm saying to you men is quit acting like these women are being true to their self, or their word. All they doing is being selfish out here, and they're making their move. And we still playing checkers, and they're playing chess.
I would say they're being true to their nature, Ruthless.
Okay, that's cool. I could be in agreement with that. I could be in agreement with that. But I'm saying we need to start acting like that. They can be this way. Because we're just giving them everything. Finances, romance. We're financing the whole romance. Come on, what are we talking about here? Acquiescence to their happiness. We're fine. Valentine's Day is strictly a woman's holiday fucking day. And we dummies going out, putting rose petals on the motherfucking to the bathtub and all that shit, into the bedroom and shit. We put it down. And these women are embarrassing us. They're coming on these panels, they're in the world, walk around with their shit out, whether they're with you or not, showing their shit at the gym, right? These women don't have no regard for, you know what, my man, I'm gonna cover this up, and this is for him only, and only him. It kills me when I'm in the mall, I see this dude with his wife, she back. She's showing her ass crack, ass to the crack, ass to the back. You can see her pussy, everything through the pants she wearing, and he's walking around looking like dimwitty. I'm like, nigga, you can check your bitch. This is mine for me. This is me. So, because the reason why these women are like this, so we give them everything. And they don't give a fuck. They're like, well, shit, these niggas are simps. They don't have no respect for us. This is why they're doing the things they do, because they know at the end of the day, who's gonna check them, right? Are we gonna do two women sleeping together? Oh yeah, that's so hot. No, we promote all this shit from these women. But yet we hold each other to a high standard. Yet we're sitting on these panels crushing men because they're doing this with these women, right? The same women, niggas who being simps, and also the niggas who crush them for being simps are the same niggas that are telling their daughters, make sure he got money, make sure he doing good, right? So it's fucking double talking. So unless we get to understanding that we are the prize and that we are the motherfuckers, these women are going to run mucks on us.
Ruthless, let me ask you this, fam. Obviously, you know that there are a whole bunch of blue pill men out here in the world. What it is, 80% of men out here, or maybe more, close to 90, are blue pill. Do you think that those men that you speak about that are giving up or having no full knowledge of what they have to offer as men, do you really think those men are coming into these spaces? Or do you think it's more men coming into these spaces that already, like you and I, already have the knowledge of female nature and how they they operate and things like that. What do you think is really happening out here?
What's happening out here is the problem with us men, we're so divided, right? Because you got one set of guys who's saying, hey, a woman can do no wrong. And for example, I'm gonna give you an example. Taz, you remember Taz that came up here earlier?
Yes.
You know, he was one of the biggest female. Me and him got into it off the top. You know, you see I'm talking, you know, he was on my head, right? He was one of the biggest female supporters I've ever seen in my life, right? But guess what happened? They turned on him. They're turning on him as we speak. Now he's on about, hey, why you ain't check this woman? Why you ain't this bitch, right? Because now he's seeing what these women are. And this ain't the first time. It was more than one woman that did this to him. So
are you saying he's blue pill, or is he a man that knows female nature?
He's pro woman, right? So I guess that's blue pill, pro woman. Yeah, Taz pro woman, right? Tell you that's what we got into it, because he would always stick up for the women. If I say they're wrong for committing adultery, fuck you. You know what I mean? Then he come in to save him, right? Now, I don't know that he might be changing slowly. He's like, man, right? I've been coming on his panels. I've been on them women, right? I've been on their head, right? Boom, and he just sits back and let me do my thing. So, because usually he just like disregard me, wouldn't even let me on. So all I'm saying is now more and more as these panels grow, right? And YouTube's a place of information, men are clearly seeing that the women, for the most part, don't have their best interests. So where they come in blue pill, red pill, green pill, yellow pill, it doesn't matter, right? The women are coming in and they're holding themselves, and they're saying, the woman said on the panel was 3 women, 3 guys, right? The woman said, and she's a dyke, she said a man will fuck anything, they even fuck dogs, right? If all these men on the panel, she said this, all these men on the panel, she had the heart to say that shit. And I checked her, I said, can you show a little respect? We paved the way for y'all asses to walk this type of shit. And then you go on and try to repay us to say, y'all ain't fuck anything but dog. But you're fucking a woman trying to be a man. This is how this shit's getting. The delusional homosexuals are up here talking about how men should be want to fuck all these women. Right? So all I'm saying is we men, as long as we continue to be divided on this situation, the women will continue to take advantage and use it as leverage. That's why they come on this panel, disrespecting you, over talking you, right? Talking to you bad. That's why Bombshell is the way she is. Because Dinah said, oh, well, Bombshell just come and talk shit. That's just Bombshell. I'm cool. Right? We don't have but the dude come on here talking that shit. Dinah's drop him or tell him, overtalk the host. We give these women all these luxuries to be disrespectful. We give them all this leeway to be uncordial. They don't have no type of etiquette because they don't give a fuck about you and me. They're going to do what they do.
So you think if these women come on to these panels and things like that, and they get checked for their dysfunction and chaos and bad behavior, that the amount of time, 20 minutes, 45 minutes, or whatever, on a panel, you will get them to, because they're getting checked on a panel for 40 minutes, that's going to totally change their behavior for the other 20 something hours of the day.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you an example, right? There's a few women up here, and I ain't gonna say no names. I used to just, every time I come up here, they start yelling at me, right? But when they brought the bounty system in, now they come up and they're quiet. They don't say nothing. I was talking my shit. I ain't saying nothing now because they know. And most of these women ain't got money like that. So I know I'm just gonna out. They get to be, and I'm not saying them not to disagree with me, right? I'm not saying that. They can have that, we can have a conversation. But when it comes to being disrespectful, now I'm gonna have to spend this bread, right? I will spend the bread. So, but it's changed their disposition. And now they're coming on and they're like, okay, all right, I ain't got his kind of money, so I'm not gonna really just try to tackle him no more. And then we can just have the conversation. That's all I'm saying. I just want these spaces.
Yeah, but Ruthless Fam, that's just like saying that a woman will purposely come on YouTube with these panels just to get her behavior checked and then go back and live the rest of her normal life.
No. They don't want it to get checked. They come on these panels knowing that most of the time they don't get checked. Most
But
times,
I'm just saying off of your premise, right? Because you want us to check them, right? So
yeah.
in essence, if they know they're gonna come on here to get checked, do you think that they'll do that on a regular basis just to when they feel like getting, checked and put in their place, that they're gonna log on to YouTube and get on this panel to be checked, and then they got their check-in for the day, they log off and they go back and live their regular lives. You think that's gonna happen?
No. They come. See, this is what you got to understand. Everybody likes the desire to be heard. So if you check them in a way where it's, and I'm not saying call them names and stuff, but you drop them for a day, for hours or so. They come back, they'll be like, okay, I still want to be heard. I still want to have this conversation. I just ain't going to be able to do it like how I want to do it. They will still come back. They will still participate. They just have a different mindset that, okay, I can't do this with these people. Right?
But Ruthless, isn't that how men think? Isn't that how men think? That when men have a specific outcome, they recognize that it's not working and they learn how to change their behavior. Wouldn't that be more like a thing that men do versus what women do?
This is why we're better than them. This is why we're better than them.
No, but you want the women to do that, right?
Yes. Because no, the women are doing it. So it just depends on how you check it, right? If you check it, they will break it down and they will still continue to participate on the panels.
You know what? But if it's Ruthless, if these women are coming onto these panels and they're getting checked continuously by other men, other panels, and you have not noticed a change in their behavior, would you say that the women don't? Wait a minute. Would you say that the women don't respond to that type of behavior, or the men are not checking them enough?
So it's depends on how we check. If you just say, well, like for example, right? All four of us, we talking blah 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 blah. And we say, I think women have bad attitudes, right? And she gets triggered and over talk, right? When clearly we're here to have the conversation and everybody says a minute, two, what they got to say, they move on. But she's disrupting, right? The host needs to mute her the first 2 times to give her warning. And if she doesn't adhere to that, drop her. And the women will break it down because they still want to be heard. So they're like, damn, I can't get away with that shit. You got to treat them like children. You got to.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I just think that men and women process information differently, right? I know women think differently and they don't respond to certain things in certain ways that as men do. And I think it sounds like this is where the frustration is coming from, because if we keep checking these women and telling them and putting them in their place, right? And we're thinking they get the message and then they go and repeat the same behavior over and over and over again. And then we apply more checking more forcefully, but yet they still are doing the same. They're still doing the same thing within their nature. Who's really winning this battle?
Well,
can we just call it a stalemate and just say, look, this is how y'all move, this is how we move. Let's coexist together to try to make it work.
Okay, so here's the deal, right? And we know we have police, we got paramilitary, correct? We got all these weapons to check motherfuckers. Motherfuckers still commit crime, right? Motherfuckers still doing it. It don't mean, okay, you know what? The police gonna say, well, we're gonna stop policing because they're just never gonna they're gonna continue to do crime. No, you gotta continue to get at the criminals, right? Even no matter how much you tell them, they still gonna do it. Same thing. You gotta check them over and over again. Got to. It's just the way that the world goes, right? The police are gonna continue to be the police, right? We're gonna continue to check people, right? You gotta continue, even at the workplace, you gotta continue to let people know, don't be late, right? Don't be this, don't may not do it every day or every second.
Yeah, but there's there's consequences for them. Yes. Being late, and they're aware of that because their consequence affects their livelihood and affects their independence. Yes. If they don't feel that type of pressure affecting my livelihood, my independence online, why should I listen to you?
Matter of fact, that's where the point is. You got to ban them from each other. The consequences, if you keep continuing to do this, they're going to ban your ass. What? From all men. Now, it'd be great. I mean, I know it's utopia. Now, all of us men have a fucking code, right, of honor. Right, this ban this one woman, she's banned from all men's platform, right? Then that would be fucking powerful. But most like that won't happen, right? So they just continue to panel hop. But I'm just saying, if we want, but results, we got to do what it takes to get the results we want. And that's our fucking problem. We're so scared to stand up to put these women in their place in a, I would say, in a very constructive, structural manner that, oh, we need them to be on the panels. We need them to be up here. You know, and they gonna continue to overtalk and disrespect motherfuckers like Cherry Bomb, a Bomb Cherry, right? She motherfucking nigga, bitch ass nigga, right? She talking like she's 6-year-old talking like she in the hood, bitch ass. They're like, damn, you can't just say, sir, right? Like, damn. Like, we gotta have, come on, man. This is a bad fucking look. We got an older woman up here, 50-something years old, right? Just instead of her expressing herself in an intellectual way, she wants to use the word bitch ass motherfucker. And you're allowing this to go on your fucking stream, right? And she's talking to other men like this. This is a bad look for us because now we're not the host, so we really can't check her like we want to because we're not the host. The host should have said, well, you know, fight, survive, nigga. Right?
Yeah, but I know, but ruthless though. But do you think that obviously Cherry Bomb has been in this space for quite some time? I even know, you know, Cherry Bomb. You know, I was on her panel at one time back in March, I think it was. It was a really good conversation, and I didn't have any type of, you know, discord with her. I was respectful to her. She was respectful for me. But I noticed that she is like that with certain individuals in certain environments. So if you know this individual has certain trigger points and certain ways that she talks and speak to people, you know, would it be in your best interest to kind of understand that and recognize that to make a choice whether you want to be on a panel with an individual like that, or, you know, understand that, okay, this is the type of person that's on this panel. This is the type of things that could jump off on this panel from this particular person, from their history, from what I know. And if I choose to engage with that individual based upon that knowledge, so I have an opportunity to either have a cordial conversation with this person or a peaceful conversation with this person. Don't you think that's an individual choice?
Once again, if there's no regulation, right? She's gonna.
No, the people can regulate it by how we speak to one another, right? I don't see, from what I've known from her, she never just jumps off on somebody just crazy. She's reacting to what somebody else has said to her.
Let me hold up. The other night, a white boy was on the panel, right? Very.
I know him, yes.
And she told him, shut the fuck up, nigga. Just told him, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, he ain't even nigga. Because of no regulation policy, right? She didn't give a fuck or not whether it was being disrespectful or not. I had to regulate it. Like, okay, you out of here. I said, Bombshell, I love you, but you're being disrespectful. And then she turned around and disrespected me, right? So I said, okay, just go away. If you come back, I'll spend another band on you, whatever. However, right? My point I'm making is this is the type of behavior that needs to be checked and needs to have consequences behind it. Especially for an older black woman like this. She's in her 50s. Come on. You can't have an intellectualized conversation. You can't use it. You mean all the vocabulary words in the fucking dictionary. Bitch ass motherfucker is and nigga is the only four you can come up with to respond. Get the fuck out of here, because this is not acceptable.
I get what you're saying, fam. I do. But I'm also a big proponent of finding out who you're speaking to, particularly on these panels. Man, listen, I've been in the clouds for like 2 years, right? Just observing and just listening and knowing how different people are. So when people see me for the first time, they think I'm a newbie, but I'm not, right? So I think if you want that particular outcome, you know, we all have to kind of regulate how we treat one another and what we say to one another, because I have a lot better outcomes, you know, in the individuals that I converse with, because I don't necessarily bring that type of energy, and I respect them like intrinsically. And I think people don't do that. I think when people come on these panels, they come in this space that they can just be mean and nasty and rude because, quote unquote, it's in the streets on these panels, and there's no real direct correlation. If we were speaking face to face, obviously they wouldn't have that same energy. So I think, you know, this gives them a sense of false security, kind of like drinking alcohol. When you get too drunk, you get all big and you think you can beat up everybody. I think, you know, being on these YouTube streets and these chats gives individuals that same type of mindset. However, when we were on lockdown, I couldn't be at my job physically, so I was on Zoom calls and things like that, and I just understood that the same way that I communicated with these individuals in the office, I communicate with them in the same way in these particular Zoom calls. So I have become accustomed to talking with people in this sense, which is why I'm not so combative, I guess people say. But everybody has, a level of respect that they should be garnered. But I think people cross the line.
But it's all still regulated. Even your job is regulated. You know the rules they tell you before you sign that paper. You know what I'm saying? This will not be tolerated. This is insufferable. This will get you terminated, right? So make sure that you know how you treat your fellow employees, talk to people. You can't. They regulate. This is why corporations are very successful, and this YouTube is a business too. So, and the content creators that are making the most money is the one that regulate panels. The dudes who's making the big money, these women are not coming out and doing that. You're not doing that on Fresh. They escort you out. You call it bitch ass motherfucker, you get escorted out immediately. Or if you go on Pro, you do that, you're out immediately. She got security, she pays them. Big bruisers. They're coming in, let's go, right? This is why? Because the big time content creators, they're trying to get a message out. And they're not gonna allow anybody to deter that message. They will.
No, but I think it's bigger than that, Ruthless. I think it's a business.
This is how.
No, but it's business too as well.
This is why Fight Club is no longer in existence. This is why Fight Club is done. Because everybody tired of all this motherfucking over talking and screaming and yelling. It just fell off. People say, I'm fed up because we can't get I can't even understand what the motherfucking topic is. Like that, I'm lost. What were we talking about? So Nitish, right, being trying to grow his channel, right? And he's gonna learn. He's gonna have to regulate these videos, like he dropped Taz and Rob B. Right? He had to do it because it was deterring and it was bringing the quality value of his show down. So once again, he had to regulate her. So he regulated her. So there is an example. He cannot continue to let her derail the show. That's what I'm saying. This needs to be consistent across the board. That's all I'm saying.
I get you, man. I get you. Do you ever think that we could get to a place where it's balanced out, where we can have these conversations of substance and respect one another and it not go left? Do you think that people need to have more practice in their individual lives versus coming up here in these spaces to voice their concerns?
Is men are leaders, right? We can come together and put our egos to the side, come together and form a union and unite a little bit on the code, not necessarily have the same views, but have an understanding of a code that's all across these spaces. I'm sure that this would create even a better content, better structural setting where we can have honest conversations and not be disrespected. But the problem is that we're divided so much, right? You got the Black House, but look it up. Even the Black House, and as much as they're full of dysfunction, even they start dropping people. They put about that. I seen JP for the first time drop somebody because he's trying to get his word out. They guess it's over talking him and going. You know what I mean? It's just now he said I'm gonna have to drop. He dropped a few people. I never seen JP drop nobody because every nation, every society has to be regulated constantly. America, Japan, everywhere, they have to keep the cops in place, right? Ready to go and check that behavior, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think it's really more so about checking the behavior versus seeing a particular business model that's successful and that works when you have bounties, because that people in the audience have very short attention spans and they want to see the drama? Or is it the fact that that person that's speaking is not resonating with an individual in the chat, and since it's not resonating with that person in the chat, that person wants to use money in order to drop that person's down?
Well, I never did agree with the bounty system totally, Kelsey, because I honestly expect the host or the moderator to be able to regulate this. But if they're too soft or too weak, then the bounty system's the bounty system did change Fight Club, right? Bounty system ran all the goofies off, because if they was being goofy, they would get dropped. Motherfuckers putting bounties on them. And so to a degree, the bounty does the work the hosts don't want to do. Right? But for the major content creators, the ones that make all the money, we're talking about like 10 bands a month or more, they do it. They don't have the bounties. They just remove motherfuckers.
Right. I get that. But even though, but truth, even though they may not have a bounty system, right, it still is a business deal, right? Yes. Because again, as I said earlier, those, men that aren't getting the successes that, you and I may get when it comes to women, they want to feel as though that, if the host kicks that person off the panel, like Fresh and Fit, for example, when, when Myron kicks people off, you should look at the chat about all of those men in the chat that have gotten rejected by women that look like that. We're cheering. And right after that, you can see the amount of cash apps, or not the amount of super chats go up. Just watch it the next time that he kicks people off. Look at the chat, and then you see how many super chats come on there with men saying yay, yay, yay. So they understand that they have to get someone with a particular attitude and a particular temperament that they say, hey, like, you know what, this person right here can make us more revenue by us kicking this person off, and then the chat's going to respond and make us more money. Because at the end of the day, YouTube is a business, and these content creators know that, and they're looking at different business models that work, and they're applying those benefits to their channel.
Well, here's the thing, right? Yeah, but they're getting cash out whether, or they're getting money whether they kick somebody off or not, right? Because people like the fact that Myron, which is pretty much the whole show, he's just really calling it down the middle, right? He's called it down the middle, and he's picking a side, right? So they like that he speaks for the men in a way, and he speaks
that don't have a voice.
Yeah, that don't have a voice, and just like can't, because they got to work 40 hours a week, right? They don't have the wherewithal, and not everybody's entrepreneurs, right? So he speaks for them, and with usually just one. Not every show somebody can come. I say every 2 or 3 shows you have to escort somebody out, and these women are the ones who trigger because they're pro-feminism, right? They're pro-woman, and they want the women to be heard more than the men. They want the men to shut up and listen to them, and he removes them off the panel, and it's for the sake of the show, so that the message can continue to get out. But the whole point of it is to keep the message flowing. That's the whole point of these YouTube things, right? To keep the message flowing. We just want our women. We love our women. We just want our women to wait their turn. And then when they speak with some sort of vocabulary knowledge, right? Articulate yourself. So we asking. How hard is it? Because guess what? When they get a job, they don't talk like that, right? When they the white man's job, they ain't talking like that, right? When they go on to work, they ain't talking like that. They're like, oh, motherfucker, I'm coming over. I want you, motherfucker. Yeah, I guarantee you they'll be regulated there. But they come on here, right? They need to have that same respect, just like they at work. This is just a place for us to grow, man. This is the first time us black people, particularly, right, have had a form of communication. Cause I don't know where you at. I'm in Cali, right? And
I'm in New York, man.
I see what I'm saying. We can have this conversation. We would never have this otherwise, right? Right? We would never have this otherwise. But because of YouTube, I'm able to talk to all 4 of you guys, 3 of you guys on this panel, or everybody, plus the chat, and we can have the conversation. Now, we might, once again, not expect everybody to agree, but the point is we can have the conversation in different parts of the United States.
Right.
And this is a privilege. This is something to be appreciated. And it's crazy that YouTube has to constantly check everybody. You know what I'm saying? YouTube has to come on here and check all the black. Hey, don't say this, don't say that. You know what I mean? So they can keep it professional.
Right. Yeah. Again, this is a money-making thing for them, and they realize that certain behaviors amongst the individuals that use it will attract certain advertisers, and that advertisers can possibly make money for people clicking on it. But they also want to make sure that their target audience, will resonate with whatever, not necessarily message that this channel is talking about, but also the disposition of the people, right? Because that is a reflection on that brand's image and things like that, and their reputation, and they don't want to damage that.
Yeah.
It depends on who it is, because if you're Charleston White, you can say all the wrong things.
Yeah.
One commercial right quick. 1 second, y'all, please. Let me see. I want to thank you for that bring me a couple of dollars. Guess what I'm gonna do? Thank you for the Cash App, T.O. For the Mushmouth and the Ashy Foot community. Congrats, 1K. Who's a Mushmouth and Ashy Foot? But anyway.
Yeah, it's Charles White, he says fuck he wants to say. But for the most, but think about it, but the difference in Charles White is he's speaking from a individual standpoint. He's not on a panel with people, right? He's his own person. But when we're on a panel and we're trying to build something as a Black community, then there's a different place for that, right? Charles White would never come on a panel because he knows that is not the etiquette way to do things. He knows keep it little, get his interview, he can say what he wants to say and keep it pushing. When we on these panels, right, we're got to be so everybody get their voice. Everybody wants to be heard, and everybody's going to be heard. But let's do it where we can get the message out. We're here to push a different message as Charleston White. We're trying to build. We're trying to show the world that we're not Pookies and Ray Rays, right? Not all of us.
We old as dirt, so we can agree to that. No problem. Or we can be respectful, be patient with each other, show some folks. When is the fuckery gonna happen? Not now. Y'all gonna have to wait.
Because we attract, every panel I go on, right? Every panel I go on, I like that we can have the fucking conversation. I just like having the conversation.
You know what though, Ruthless? You know what's the amazing thing about men is that we can have our disagreements about the way that we move and the way that we operate. And if we hear each other out, we'll recognize like, oh shit, like you got an outcome from your situation and I got an outcome from my situation. And we can agree on that and then move on or move forward. Just like the exchange between you and I in the beginning. Right? And we both got the same outcome, but it wasn't until, mainly I listened to you more, right? In the way that how you want to govern your life and the orders and stuff that you got. And then it just clicked on me like, hey, like, you know what? My man got the outcome that he wanted. Isn't that what I always say? Get the best outcome for you. That whatever how you move is how you move and what's good for you. And everybody don't have to go by my way. And we came to an agreement, man. I think that's what men do. And they when it happens, they acknowledge it and they recognize it.
Yeah, and this is once again, this is what, and I'm not saying all, but most of us Black men, I'm gonna put that Black on it, have to learn that every man has a different perspective in so many ways on how they want to get their outcome, but that we can still have the conversation to understand that when we're out here dealing with what we're dealing with as far as life itself, and right now it is a very big problem dealing with our women. Let's keep it a buck, right? I'm not trying to bust women's titties, you know what I mean? It's just, as a fact is, it's a very big problem out here right now. And I'm saying it on the streets, and I talk to women all the time about it, right? I'm like, why why y'all know how men is? Why y'all always got something bad? And they just say, you know, they like the toxic. They're toxic, right? Women are confessing toxicity on the back end, but we're sitting here
think
trying
life is a level 4 yard, Rufus. And they ain't backing down because they ain't scared of nobody. They just wrap their magazines around their body too, and
Yep.
their eyes open.
Yep. Because y'all about the same stature. They just as physically big as you are anyway. So you don't make no threat.
Yep. And this is the problem we're having in the relationships and the marriages. This is the problem because women are now saying, "Hey, you know what? I don't give a fuck. What are you gonna do?" And that attitude right there that's cancer. That's cancer to any building of any project, right? That's just a cancer. So that's all I'm saying. We men have to understand, and I'm not speaking to you, Kasim, because I feel like your program's good. I feel like you have a good program, right? But a lot of these men who out here, like, I ain't gonna say the name, Esso, they still, you know, but Esso's coming on though. He's coming a long ways though.
So good. He just
hard in the beginning. He was simping hard in the beginning, but now he's coming around. Taz was simping hard in the beginning, but he's starting to come around. Now they're under purgatory attack, right?
You ain't right for that, Rufus. You know you ain't shit.
He came up here on Night Show, man, checker, right? That's what he came up here to Night checker, right? So he's gonna, and then I told him, I went on Chad's channel, told him, remember how men used to argue? You used to always want to save these women. Now look how they treat you, right? These women will turn on you, Negro. They will turn on you to get the victory. Women,
they will.
Women want to win just as much as men want to win. And if it's at the expense of us,
say what I just said a minute ago. It's a level 4 yard. They got their magazines wrapped around.
Yes,
I just said that.
Yes, sir.
They ain't scared of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, Tommy said 2 or 3 things. They looked at the box like they could actually see each other and was like, it's up. They might as well yell, got one.
Hey, you said that night. It's the show that Angry Man and Tommy was on, right? The Risky show. They came up there to fight the women. The women was like, "So, what you gonna do, Tommy? Like, you always talking loud. You're back." Like they were just going at him. Like they was him and Angry Man. The women didn't back down and say, "You know what? You guys all right? We do try to like step run all over men." No, they put the magazines around. Yeah, right? They was like, I'm like, damn, and you know, Angry Man and Tommy Shannon are pretty strong debaters.
They don't care nothing about that.
Exactly. They're going.
I think one of them is Hemp's sister, and then Hemp got what's the name? Bub, and 2 or 3 other football looking dudes that's gonna back them women up. That's gonna come on there, and as if it's just one of you, they're gonna call you all kind of suckers and they don't think you're real. They got on Chaotic that other day. I was like, damn, all y'all finna get this a character. You wouldn't say this to nobody. I'm like, oh, okay. It's an ambush.
Yeah.
Entertaining, but an ambush.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he do got some backup over there, some relatives and stuff like that. And you know, when you say something to a relative or a really close friend, yo, that shit it just hit different. You know, you just go all out, right? Because at the end of the day, they know that, you know, if you don't say nothing, it's a bad reflection on you. They know that you gotta step in. And because they know they have, you know, the henchman of the big brother over here, they just talk real reckless and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's a problem if you don't step in and say something and save them. And they know that. They're aware of that.
It's kind of down goes Frazier because you kind of selling your brothers out if you don't understand. Well, you can't be as extreme as Tommy Sotomayor and go, bitch, ho, in one sentence, and you just get all your big weapons out. But when I see them go after Eater Man or them go after Chaotic or they go after AFR, I'll be like, y'all just sacrificial lambs pretty much. I mean, they'll get their little whatever off, but my goodness, do they go through some fighting.
Yeah.
I'm positive after they get off that show, they got a go sit in the shower in the fetal position with their thumb in their mouth and turn the water on as hot as it possibly can be.
Yeah, I think one of the girls even mentioned that how, you know, after I think it was the Tommy one, how she had to really like take a break and step away from it for a while because, you know, that energy that she carried on the show, it persisted, you know, into her personal life. So she had to take a break for a minute. And
Yeah.
that's how contagious this stuff can be, man. When you let it really consume you like that, or you don't have a set of boundaries within yourself and saying like, hey, like, you know what, let me just go ahead and just bow out gracefully, or just learn how to let it go instead of needing to be right, or trying to win the battle. I think that's when people get themselves in the most trouble mentally.
Matthew Pearson said, I never seen him protect them. He let everyone go. He does let everyone go, but if you go as far as, I guess he got a little bit of respect for Tommy, but I done seen him stop because I seen somebody go up there and get off and say little stuff, and then I look at, I'm thinking, okay, now all the women finna jump, and they like kind of sit back, and then him will jam them up and be like, you know, go side by side like the Fight Club style, and be like he did it to Tommy. You know what you really
Yeah,
trying to do right here?
yeah,
Then he
that shit almost escalated. I was like, oh shit.
then you bring up them other football player looking dudes and they get at you. Yeah, bro, because, you know, and if you really stand on it, then you're going to have to really stand on it.
But you know what amazes me?
I think Ruthless do the best up there because Ruthless willing to pay himself back on and get at them. He get at the women, get at the chat and everybody. So,
yeah, I go hard. That's war. But what amazes me is when the women and the men get into it, the men are the one dropping the men from the bed, though.
Yeah, they simping.
Me and the woman have like a Discord. The man will come in and drop me. Not the women. The man, another man will drop me for saying that, listen, woman, you're wrong about this. Bam, he's sending the money. Okay, nigga, we finna spin this bag then. Fuck all you. I'm finna time you out and everybody in the chat. I have to get this point across to her ass. Now I'm not backing down. That means, see, I come up with a certain amount of cash. It's a little over $500. Just in case, right? I have to combat the chat. So I'm saying that's who I, you know what I mean? Then I'm ready to battle. I'm ready to go. So that way, so they know if they fuck with me, they're gonna have to go in their savings account.
Where's the rest of the royalty at? It's on a day we didn't hit one of our markers. Where the rest of everybody else at? Where the king and queen? We got Rufus here.
But everybody got to work to make a living. I have, you know, I'll be busy sometime though, but today I have
early, huh?
Yeah, I'm about to log off too because I got something to do at 3. But yo, Ruthless, man, it's always good seeing you out here in these streets, man. You know, keep doing your thing, man. You know, congrats to you, Nightish, man.
Thank you.
You done weathered the storm. When the dust settles, you're still standing. You know, I'm just a big believer in, you know, forming my own opinions about people. I hardly go on the testimony of others because their experience with that person might be totally different, you know, totally different from my experience. And from the times that I have seen you, you know, and the times that you have allowed me to be on your panel, my impression of you is totally different. And I'm going to just keep it on the engagement and experiences that I have with you and I. So, you know, you cool with me, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, y'all be good, man.
Peace to the brother hair grease.
Yeah.
All right, yo, been a pleasure.
What's been up with you though, Eso? What's going on with that channel over there?
What's going on with your microphone?
My microphone messed up?
No, you good. You good.
Oh yeah, now as far as for the channel, you know, it's a work in progress. I see you doing big things. Congratulations on the 1K.
Thank you, sir. We got to get up higher. Now, but I think I can get some memberships together now. I can start putting emojis together. Get somebody a more decent package when they come in. Pause.
Why the pause shit? Oh man, y'all, everybody kill me with that shit.
Yeah, I'm talking like the young folks. we don't say none of that stuff out on the street.
Give you packages. We know you're talking about emojis. You said it. You already clarified emojis and different things.
Let's see. We got new folks in the building. Let me get this together right quick. Anybody know the brother Frank in the building? I think
Oh yeah, Frank.
the
That's off of
torch is
my.
going.
That's off of
What's
my.
that?
I'm simulcasting the same stream, so that's off of my.
So you know the brother?
Nah, I mean I only seen him in the
How you
chat.
doing, Frank?
Dímelo, my nigga. ¿Qué lo que?
Kalo K.
Yeah, my hands
we're gonna have to take some trust, y'all. Let's hope that this works out. We got the big brother Frank in the building.
What's
Talking
up,
about
Frank?
over there at the
Yo, what up,
Litchfield
Bobby?
Risky situation.
What
The
side
ladies
you
going off on the men.
We building.
Yeah.
What side you stand on? You pro woman or pro man? Which one is it?
Yeah, you gotta pick a side.
You gotta initiate you, see where you at.
Yeah. You got your magazines wrapped around your body. You ready for it?
Yo, Papa. You can't create a man without a woman.
Oh shit. He's pro
That's
woman.
real.
He's pro woman. Okay, Frank.
Nah, Papa, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about?
Can't pray the man without a woman.
Pro humanity, man.
The
Yeah,
man was
politicians and stuff like that gotta have a wife, or them other men ain't gonna believe. You know, you gotta have your life together first before you come to one of them big business meetings. You see all them people gotta have their wives with them.
Oh, you guys are funny.
But you know, we know America's a simp nation, so
building. We building.
A damn show.
America's a simp nation.
City.
You see how the women are winning in this country. Women are winning.
I don't know, like, I don't know how you got y'all women wilding, but
what the hell you say?
I don't know how y'all got women, y'all women wilding,
but what? You got your woman check?
Nah, like.
You check. Well, he's down like he's from the Dominican Republic or somewhere. Maybe those women are a little bit more feminine.
You Cuban or Dominican?
Nah, bro. No feminine shit over here, bro. Like, but when you find a real good woman, you gotta like take care of her. You're like,
oh shit, Mr. Frank.
You got to simp for her. You got to simp for the one you want, man. For real.
Nah, nigga. No simp shit. Some gangster shit, like.
Are you Puerto Rican?
Dominican, Puerto Rican, El Salvadorian.
Oh, yeah, you're super.
Oh, he all mixed up.
Yeah, he's
I'm all. Yeah, I got the whole fucking United Nations in this bitch.
Yeah, that's New York. That's a mixing bowl right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, rep your hood, nigga. I'm from New York City. What's your hood? Yeah. Rep your hood, nigga. Rep your hood.
Yeah, DMV in the street. Yeah, whole East Side.
You repping them women right now.
Ruthless, you wildin'.
So what? So what you repping, men?
No, I'm repping me.
So
I'm repping me.
Yeah, so rep you, bro.
So I love women.
I rep me too, bro.
Okay, because you came up here talking about you gotta take care of her. That's a given. We ain't really gotta. That goes without saying, right? We already know that. But when you say it, right, it tells me that you will acquiesce to her demands to make her happy, to make her happy wife, happy life type of guy. Which is, that's your prerogative.
Nah,
wait, is that what you're saying? You saying happy wife, happy life?
Nah, I ain't saying that.
Okay. I'm about to say
happy spouse, happy house. You feel me?
A lot of times when it's happy wife, happy life, you're gonna hurt. You're gonna suffer a little bit. But when it's happy husband, the whole family's good.
Oh, y'all motherfuckers are obviously and my shit might die off, but yeah, obviously have never been fucking married or like.
I was married for 24 years.
Nigga, was you happy for those 24 years?
It's cool. It was cool. We had a lot of positive, happy experiences.
As a man, you got shit to do. And this is the thing, because my shit might die off, right? Because my battery's about to die off. Nobody gives a fuck about the man.
So you got to find a little bit of joy for yourself in the mix of all of that, trying to please somebody else.
Not
Because
please.
a lot of people
Raise a
leave
fucking.
here young because they can't do all that shit where they trying to live like they Atlas and got the world on their back.
Raise your fucking family. Is it easy for us as men?
Well, you already said
No.
don't nobody care about us.
Nobody cares about us.
Yeah,
But we still got shit to do, right?
yeah.
You still wake up
That
every
sound
fucking.
like John Henry.
You
You
still
finna
wake
go
up.
up against a steam engine and die trying to prove a point.
God bless him. Strong motherfucker.
Yeah.
We wake up every day. You go to work. Nobody appreciates you. Who gives a fuck? Nobody gives a fuck.
Hey, y'all, don't make this seem sad.
You don't think that should change though,
That
or
shit
that
ain't
it is changing?
That shit ain't gonna change.
No, I'm saying there's people who are able to have their opinions on this YouTube, just on this YouTube stuff. So it's men who are able to voice their opinion they wouldn't normally be able to do.
Yeah, and you see what happened. They had the women going at them and the men going at them. See, when the women get heartbreak, they got all kind of women supporting them and programs and everything else. When the man get a heartbreak, get your bitch ass up and stop crying.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Bitch ass nigga, you crying?
Yeah.
I'm saying though, I get it if you crying. Come on now, don't cry. But I'm saying though, as far as just
But they
having a
call everything
conversation,
crying.
huh?
They call everything crying.
They don't.
You
They
might
do.
just need a moment to have your bros say, "Hey, you doing a great job." Somebody.
Thank you.
But you know what they usually say? That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh yeah,
You
nah. They
a
call
pussy
you
for doing what
rainbow,
you're
all
supposed
that.
to do, nigga.
But okay, as far as for what is
Is
expected,
that the truth or not, Esau?
nah, yeah, you're right. That's the truth. But I'm saying I'm speaking more towards like how it's changing, like how that's becoming different. More so, like it's a lot more. What you call people like Ruthless who saying, you know what, nah, like you know what I'm saying. My happiness is paramount. I don't need to appease women or none of that. Like if I'm doing all right and you want to be on my team, you gotta understand what it come with.
Or
And
they're gonna
that's that.
call you a builder boo.
Nah, I don't know what they gonna call you,
They
but
gonna
I'm
call
just
you a
saying. You know what I
builder
mean?
boo. Oh, you want a cookie? You see remember the dude that became a lawyer and he was just proud that he became a lawyer and then all the women went after him? But that's what you're supposed to do. Why you making such a big deal about it? That's what you up against. Do you see how they go after Ruthless? They try to silence him, kick him off the show. They be wilding out. I guess today they giving him a little bit of grace.
That's when he go on them tangents. You already know he was actually trying to make a point this time. A man that works. Come on.
Yeah, they be working up. Up at the break of dawn, working all day. Like I say, dying early. That's a story you don't hear a lot, though.
Yeah. So you think the working man is a sucker, huh?
They showing it. They always say, look at Big Mama house. Well, if you look at Big Mama, she's a much older lady, and they suggest that women couldn't buy houses back then, although we done found information where these women was buying brothels and all this stuff way back in the cowboy days. So some women was buying stuff, but if the majority of women couldn't buy it, who got all that stuff? Your granddad that was gone before you got here.
Yeah, but granddad was gone before grandma. And you know what happened when grandma got it?
It was Big Mama house.
She blew it. Like you put money in somebody's hands who not used to having it.
His mistress and his wife.
Yeah, they separated it. They split it between the kids. All that. The kids ain't do nothing but what? Blow it. All that shit gone. By the time it get to me,
all them houses that I'm talking about right now, they still around here. They still in a family name, but they just collapsing. Instead of them being up to date and new family living in it.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Or that's the other scenario too. That's happening. Where it's like you got your great grandfather who passed down this, that,
oh
and that.
Shit, Kazim snuck and sent me a cash app and bounced. That was cool. Let's shout out that brother though. He didn't even let us know he was doing it.
Oh yeah, I thought you was about to play the money song. Good.
Hit him up. Yeah, well, I got to. You can't just, you got to respect people cash. That's gonna be respected over here. I thank you for that
bring me a couple of dollars. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Put the money in there.
Kasim for the cash app. He said, congratulations on the 1K. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for coming up here, too. I might really be able to buy me some fucking wine today. I'm a little sober. So you've been catching any good pieces that you can edit out for your channel? Or you just leave the long streams up? You still need watch hours?
Nah, so yeah, I still need watch hours, and I'm still like not. I got to start editing and then creating the videos, all that.
You got any shorts?
I got like a few. I ain't really been on the shorts either. I gotta do all that. I'm pretty much going to start again from scratch. I think I'm gonna start another one. Or I might just keep this one and just start trying to do shit on it. But most of the time, people who come through, they'll come through 2 seconds dip, in and out.
How many subs you got?
So as far as for subs, I think like 100.
Oh, so you still got to work. All right.
Yeah, I ain't even break 100 something yet. I don't think. But yeah, y'all like, share, subscribe. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me drop my link. Hold on 1 second.
Let me see. Let's throw ESO overlay up. 3 Musketeers. I got to add on to your sword. You're holding the sword, but I forgot to put the damn thing there. I got to put it on there, though. Gonna put his channel in the chat. Y'all go follow ESO Hopeful. He is the other night.
Oh, good looking out, bro.
No problemo. Let's get back to that thing. See if we can check out what Tommy was doing when it was all said and done.
Instance I was talking about. I'm not talking about the back and forth you just had with Tommy.
He's talking about me.
I'm talking about earlier when either man was given an explanation for something that was asked, y'all were cutting him off and telling him how to answer, how to speak, like you were frustrated with him talking. And I'm like, why are y'all doing that? That's the whole reason why I came up here hot the way I did, because it here's the thing with the whole social dynamic between black men and black women, right? Y'all may not see it because it's a norm, it's a cultural norm, but black women talk to black men as if we're children, as if we're little boys. Like you have to constantly stop us mid-sentence, or if you don't agree with what we're saying, you try to shut us down instead of allowing us to express ourselves and say what's on our mind. And it's really annoying. Now, not every guy is going to react the way I would or the way Tommy would. Most black men are conditioned to accept that. And so they'll sit back and they'll adjust. They'll adjust to whatever it is you're trying to get them to do. You see what I'm saying? But guys like me or Tommy, we're not going to do that. We're gonna push back, and that's when the blow up happens. That's when the why are you talking to, all of that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And y'all don't realize when y'all are being disrespectful. You don't. But you're quick to call out men when you think they're disrespectful.
Is that a woman thing or is that a culture thing? Was that men to men, women to women? Is that a culture thing or just women?
It depends. It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing where you see it a lot in black women, but now because of the fact you have so many boys raised by black women, you see it in the men too. You see it in the men too. So it's become a cultural thing where you can't have, like, if you see two black people out in public somewhere at the gas station or something, and they get into a disagreement, you got to wonder if somebody going to start shooting because they don't have the ability to speak to each other in a respectful manner or engage in, actually,
Healthy debate.
What's it called? Not healthy debate. Is conflict resolution. You don't see that. You feel what I'm saying? Because
we don't know how to de-escalate. We don't know how to, like the brother right there, the DJ. It could have went left. He de-escalated the situation between me and him when I was talking about what Angry Man said. And we moved on past it. Nobody even had to acknowledge it. Think about that. He wasn't happy with what I said.
I watched the Weaker Vessel podcast, Angry Man, with you guys. There's a lot of older gentlemen up there. And you guys just did a horrible job, with communicating and letting each other speak. And some of y'all were crying, going back and forth with UT. It was just all men up there. So I just wanted to point that out. That
goes back to what I just.
Let me interject. Let me interject this really quick. But what Tommy was just talking about was the example that we want to perpetuate. So to go back to that, like, why not let Tommy finish that point? Because that could have got volatile, right? There was so many things that could be taken the wrong way. Like, remember when I dropped him down, he could have felt some type of way about that, et cetera, et cetera. But he know what we trying to understand intent. And I think that's why it can get to a place of here.
Well, as a man, I knew what you had to do. Okay. As a man, I knew you had to do what you had to do. And as a man, I also respect it's your platform. Remember, it used to be a thing, and that's what Angry Man was trying to say. And this ain't me dick riding him. It's sometimes when men agree, and I think that's a problem in our community, that they don't allow men to agree. Black men, have y'all noticed when y'all agree, y'all dick riding? But when women agree, we never say they clit riding. We allow them to agree if they agree on logic. Men, if you agree, but you disagree with that woman, you're somehow a fag, sassy, or whatever word they want to use, but they're going to challenge your manhood because you're agreeing with a man that disagrees with them. Right? Angry Man said the reason why he argues with a lot of those men that you brought up was because a lot of those men were raised by black women, and hence you get that. And what DJ Hamp was trying to say was, if y'all ask me specifically for, do you have any resolutions? Well, when a resolution was presented, you went back to where a resolution wasn't. You didn't say, well, that is true. We could all live in that space of where We may feel a little disrespected, but we could all take a step back and see how we got here, and let's see if we can move forward. I can tell you one of the friendliest faces I've seen since I've been here, and I don't know why. And I've seen her cringe when I say some things and shake her head when I say some things. The woman named Taesty. I don't know her, but I pay attention to faces.
It's Tay. Did that to me.
How do you say it?
It's Tay. Hamp did that to me.
Tasty. That's the name. Hey, Tasty.
Yeah, but she, some of the shit I said, she was. Some of the shit I said, she was.
Yeah, and sis, the show, The Weaker Vessel, yeah, there was a lot of disagreeing, there was a lot of arguing, there was a lot of back and forth, and I had a headache after that show. But that was a prime example of what I was just talking about, how it becomes a cultural thing. And I'm not saying I'm exempt from that. I was brought up in the culture too. So I have to fight against doing that, but it's hard to fight against doing that when you got other guys on the panel that are also engaging in that, when there's no voice of reason, to try to bring it back. Hamp did a pretty good job of bringing it back a few times, but even after that, a lot of the guys, we still were able to come to some sort of resolution and not be, just cursing each other out and shit.
Yeah, but let me add to that.
About it. While they saying you dick riding, wasn't it a point when me and you was at each other?
Oh, we was at each other, yeah.
As men. But have you noticed, and then look at something like this. You and I acted like nothing fucking happened after it was done, like it ran its course.
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey was asked why her and Whoopi Goldberg don't get along. She didn't know and remember. She just knew they hadn't talked in 20 years.
Exactly. But that's the point, though. That's the point. That was what I was going to say. And I think when women, like this thing that we do where women will throw what men do back, this is what the equality narrative has done. Men, you'll realize we always come back to general consensus. On the congressional floor, they used to come to blows, arguing their points, but they'll come back the next day. You see what I'm saying? That is the nature of men. What we do when we talk to each other and we're jousting and our aggression is natural. It's how it comes out. It may even come out as physical aggression. That's not natural.
Mm-hmm.
In the same.
That's not natural, but that's where we at, because as I said, when the community becomes mostly moms raising folks, we just grow up as defective women. So dudes get emotional real quick now. It's finna be a fight. They finna fight. Let's see. We got 50 people in the building. I think the likes is already up. Yeah, we got 65 likes. But the chat is dead. It ain't moving no more. So I think that's a good place to end the show, and we'll be back later with the show that's specifically about the 1,000 subscribers instead of this one that was about LL Unc, who was in the chat but didn't come up here to explain why I just made this damn thumbnail and other crap for his executioner bullshit. Let's drop this. Move it from the building. I'm gonna look at his executioner. Let's see. Go back up. We got the framed one picture of the executioner. We're going to snatch up the other one. That's our thumbnail right now. Where is it? Right here in the downloads. I think this is it. Oh, no, that's not it. So let's delete that. Go back in there. It's the one under it. Grab it. Here we go. He's an executioner in the courtyard with the chopping block. Now, the thing about your executioner, Unc Man, is that a real executioner, his outfit is a robe and a hood. It's just black. So like the Klan has a hood and robe, that's how the executioner look, like a black ghost. And we need to be able to know it's you. That's why we put that mask on you with the hood. So yeah, we're going to end it there, and we'll be back shortly with the show that's specifically about celebrating my 1,000 subscribers. How much time did you get on this one, Issa? When did you pop in and start simulcasting? Anyway, it sounds like they're all knocked out, but we'll be back shortly. Peace.